Hello, Mitchell Carpenter students. This is Mr. Rodriguez again. I sort of decided that each week I'm going to make you a screencast so that I can show you the new stuff that is on the website for you to choose from. Remember, you are getting that weekly checklist. Let me back up for a second. If you, for whatever reason, didn't get to your assignments for the week of April 13th, please go onto the stream right here and watch this video. So it'll give you sort of a review of how we're going to use the website and where everything is and where your assignments are and how that all works. So if you, for whatever reason, weren't able to complete the assignment last week, no worries. Just come right here and click it and follow the instructions. There's a bit in there about completing this as an assignment. You can just ignore that. Okay, and I said that right here. Just ignore the parts about the assignment. Okay. So for those of you that either watched it or once everybody's watched this, you'll know that each week you're going to have a lot of choice in what you can do for your band assignments. Okay? So I'm going to make a little screencast each week to show you what is updated for the week. Okay? So the things that are updated for the week of April 20th are flutes. You now have the same recordings as everybody else. You were missing number 59 and 81 before, so those are now there. Okay, and you'll notice this Good King Wenceslas recording that I made. All the instruments have that added now. Good King Wenceslas. This is on, I don't have a book in front of me, but I believe it's on page 9 in your music packet. I am going to post, hopefully this week, the notes in it. And when I do post the notes in it, it will be in here. No, not in here. That's the wrong place. No, rhythm, fingerings. It will be in the fingerings. Okay? Because in the fingerings right now, it's, the fingering patterns for all the numbers. So I'm going to include the fingering patterns and the note names for Good King Wenceslas. For right now, you guys can get going on the assignment because it is in your music packet. So if you're missing your music packet, just sort of sit, and you want to practice that, just sort of sit tight until you see it appear in here. French horns and saxophones, I'm still working on this, so I will get with that as soon as I can. The other thing you can do is you can just listen to it and sort of figure it out, how it goes. For flutes, it starts on an E flat. Clarinets, it starts on an F. Saxophones, it starts on a C. French horns, it starts on an F. Trumpets, it starts on an F. Trombones, baritones, and tubas. And percussion, it starts on an E flat. Percussionists, I'm sorry. I was not able to grab a bell kit out of school before they closed it up. But if I were you, I would just listen to the flute recording and play along with the flute recording. It will be the closest sound for you guys. Okay? So that's what's new in the recordings. New tune for everyone to learn. And the flutes now have the same recordings as everybody else. The next thing I want to show you is this thing down here where it says other things. And this is a website, sfskids.org. I'm actually going to come over here and I will go to it here. This is a really cool site that the San Francisco Symphony sort of updates and keeps up to date. You can go into this site and there's a lot of different things you can do. You can listen to instrument recordings, you can learn about rhythm and tone and all that stuff and vocabulary and stuff, but that's up to you. Okay, so again, if you end up doing this, just in that music in the weekly checklist that I'll show you in just a second, just go in there, tell me what you did, tell me what you learned, that kind of thing. This website does use Adobe Flash. Sometimes it can be a little wonky to use. Hit refresh if it's being a little weird. If it's being weird and you can't get through to it, no worries. You guys are picking what you're doing, okay, for the most part. Okay. Other things that are new. So last week there was listening examples for everyone. There we go. Now we got everybody. There's listening examples for everyone. Now there's these 3 that are new. Okay. And what I did is I grabbed some music and I if the tunes were a little long, I made cuts on them. Okay, so this is a jazz tune. If you'd like to listen to the jazz tune, this is a concert band recording. and this is like what you're going to be doing at Scarlet next year. Although these are professional musicians, and this tune is really hard, so don't be intimidated by it. It's just a cool thing to listen to. And this is just, I listed it as mixed bag. So I'll put stuff that doesn't necessarily fit into band or orchestra or jazz in here. And I'll try to post some things that are not just band and orchestra and jazz, just so there's a little variety for you guys to listen to. And the last thing that I want to show you is Staff Wars, and this is under note reading. So these assignments up here, these note readings, are the same as they were last week. If you haven't seen them, they take you to sort of an exercise that I customized for each instrument. Okay, so like flutes will see the normal notes that we were working on in class, when we were still having class. Same thing for clarinet, saxophones, all the way down. This one, I'm just going to click on it so you can see it. This one is an app, and it is not a free app. Okay, so remember, this is optional. This is if you want to do it. Although this one is a game, it's a little more interactive. It is pretty cool. I'm open to having competitions, having people post their scores on here, so that could be kind of fun, including me. I've played it once, but it starts off pretty easy, but it gets challenging pretty quick. So again, this is optional. This is right now, I'm not sure if it's in the Android store. I know it's in the App Store for iPhones and iPads. There is an app that you can download if you have a Mac from Ann Arbor, or if you own a Mac, but it's sort of hard to get to. Feel free to try it if you know what you're doing to get through to it, but I'm not going to post those directions here. If you're really interested in getting that, you can email me or come to office hours for your school, and I can walk you through it and try and get it on there. Okay. Again, the app is 99 cents. So if that's a problem, you don't want to do it, do not worry about it. There's absolutely no problem on that. Okay. So those are the new things that are updated for this week. I will try and get the fingering chart thing, or the fingerings updated, just so that you can see the Music Weekly checklist for this week. Here it is. Note the date on it's April 18th to 22nd. That's this week. You're still highlighting, just like you did last week, listing something you're grateful for. The only other change I made is you must complete at least 3 assignments, which is the same as last week. And if possible, I'd like at least one of your 3 assignments to be practicing. Okay, so as just a quick reminder, you're going to pick the 3 assignments that you're going to do. Okay, over here you're going to describe what you did, and for that you'll use the topics. Okay, I did a fingering. I worked on a fingering thing. Okay, or I worked on rhythm, or I did Staff Wars, or I did a listening example. Okay, and then over here write a little bit about what you did. Okay, you don't need to write me a novel. Just if you did a listening example, tell me what you listened to. I liked it, I didn't like it. Tell me some things that you noticed about it. Okay. When you do your practicing, remember you're going to say I practiced, and over here you're going to say I practiced this. I practiced this tune for this many minutes. I think I got better at this, etc. Okay. Please feel free to come to the office hours, which are Tuesday at, let's see what I say here. Go back to the stream. Tuesday at 1 o'clock to 1:30 for Carpenter, and Thursday at the same times for Mitchell. You can feel free. You can pop in, pop out. People want to turn this into sort of a social thing. I'm cool with that too. But yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it. I hope that you are all, again, as I said before, safe and healthy and adjusting to our new normal. And please reach out if you have any questions with anything. My email, cell phone are listed here if you want to text me or call me. Feel free. All right, guys. Bye-bye.